There's a lot of proof in the data showing how depressed college students, how anxious
it's so
college students
like
are.
literally
and we gotta ask why.
You're told that you can't go out of that path or you're gonna fail. You're not gonna be happy in life, when in reality if you're forced to do something you don't want to do, that's when you're not happy. And like that's why there's so many unhappy kids at college, because they don't really want to be there, but they feel like they have to be.
I think that's honestly the root of a lot of this anxiety and depression that I'm talking about. It's like people just take a second to step back and be like, well, but why am I actually here? What do I want to be here? And then they realize maybe slightly that they don't, but they're so deep in.
They're scared to
so ingrained. There's so many fears that hit parental, social. That's, I think, a lot of the root cause. Hey guys, welcome to another Beneath the Surface podcast. We've got Connor Mack back.
It's me.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I remember like having you on. I think it was like 2 months ago now, which is kind of wild. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Why not bring the Maxter back, man?
Maxter.
I've literally never called you that before. But yeah, we were gonna talk about like college. And I'm pretty sure we touched on this, but just like dive deeper into like what your experience has been, my like month experience. Something to take from, I guess. So what kind of pops out for you like when it comes to your 2 years in college?
You definitely see a lot of people that are just there for the wrong reason. They're there for like the atmosphere, they're there for the partying, they're there because they don't know what they want to do and they're scared to do what they actually want. And like they're scared of not knowing what they want to do. Instead, because like you learn through life and they don't do that. They're not going to go through life. They're trying to like stay on that path of college. That's like school to school to school, like middle school, high school, college. Because they don't know what else to do. And it is like, they annoy me. Because it's just, and I feel bad.
It's a lot of money they're spending, it's like, that's such a detrimental thing. And
like, I feel bad about them annoying me because like, I also feel bad for them in the sense that they are definitely super insecure. They don't know what they're doing right now. And they're spending all this money that is either they're going to like drop out or they're going to graduate and then continue on being unhappy. Like there's so many kids that are just like depressed at college, and that you see that in the way they act and like the way they need to go out, they need to party, they need to have this certain image of themselves that isn't them. Because it's like it's just all the same stereotypes. Like college isn't high school, but people still have the same insecurities.
Yeah, those kinds of things stick a lot of the time. That's really interesting, man, because there's a book that my dad just got that really, I've read like 3 pages, but it touches on this, and it's kind of gone a little viral. Like I don't know how recent, but it did at least. This guy posted like a short essay or something online about college, and like that went viral, and then he made a book. But it touches on all the things you're saying. And he talks about how college, not psychiatrists, but starts with the C. I forget the name. It's like you sit down with them if you're having counselors. College counselors are like being so like unbelievably overly booked. They're being like all these, and there's like a million different symptoms, and there's a lot of proof in the data showing how depressed college students, how anxious
it's so
college students
like
are.
Literally.
Like, and we gotta ask why. That's like we gotta get to the root of that.
Because when I come home, I feel so much better. Like just being home and like this, it's like the simple life, I guess. Compared to like college, because I literally I feel better. Like at college, I'm just always like stressed. I'm always anxious, because like when you're at college, you're still feeling judged like a lot. There's all these people out there that are judging you in a way that's just, it shouldn't be how it is, and it's just like sad that that's the reality. And like people get judged, then they judge other people off of that. Like they have to be this certain person so they feel like they're not getting judged, and then they judge people for not doing that. Like frats and sororities. Yeah, it's so stupid. Like like it's
like a lot of superficial on superficial.
Because they do it because like maybe not everybody, but a lot of people join it because they feel like they're missing out. Like FOMO, like fear of missing out, is like such FOMO, a big thing.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Or like that
that's like a word
like saying FOMO, I mean, fear of missing out is huge.
Then like but that's,
I didn't know it was like there was like a thing. Like it's so much there that there people have created like FOMO is a thing. That's interesting.
Because it's like if you don't go out to like party, they'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you? Like, why don't you want to go out?" It's like you just want to hang out and like chill. Because like I don't know. And then like the FOMO thing, like a lot of my friends would just be like, "Oh my god, I have such bad FOMO. I have such bad FOMO."
Really? Yeah. Okay, so kids are using that.
And like that, like it goes into, because like frats and sororities, like people look at it as like, I don't know. A lot of people in colleges do it, and the people that are in it, a lot of them are just like, they're not like I have friends that are in like frats and sororities. They're not bad people.
No,
but they just have a certain way they act. No one like is bad.
Exactly.
They're not like a bad person for any of it. But it's just, I don't know. Like I feel bad because they're being forced to act a certain way because they feel like they have to act this way, and it's just, I don't know. Because I hate like seeing it. Like it just, because when I see it,
because when you see it, it's like very much there. Like you're just like, damn, like this is happening on such a large scale too.
Yeah.
Like in the book, they talk about like how FOMO, like fear of missing out, is such a heavy, heavy part of the fear-based action that happens in college. Because if you think about it, a lot of it's fear-based. So, when kids go to college just because their parents tell them to, or just because it is the culture. Yeah, to go to college. Yeah, like you don't go to college, you're gonna be a failure. Yeah. You're a loser if you don't go to college. Yeah. Like a lot of these things, especially with like older people. Yeah. Like I've had, some older people like look at me like after I tell them like, I'm not in college, they're just like,
what?
Yeah, and they just
don't understand that's not the way the world works anymore.
Yeah, people can benefit from college, but I'd say more people, seem to be harming themselves more than not.
Because
people are just so in this like like you said in the first podcast we did, like kindergarten, first grade,
it's just a path that's set in front of you since you were born. Yeah. And that you're told that you can't go out of that path or you're going to fail. Yeah. You're not going to be happy in life. When in reality, if you're forced to do something you don't want to do, that's when you're not happy. Yeah. And like that's why there's so many unhappy kids at college, because they don't really want to be there, but they feel like they have to be. Exactly. Yeah, in the book in the book that my dad got, it talks about like how kids go to college. It's the title of the book is like, I can see people being offended by it. Yeah. But it really does encapsulate a lot of like what's going on. Yeah. So I think it's a worthwhile title. I just, this is a very touchy subject, which I'm really glad that I have someone like you to talk about this with. But it's called, it brings in Yale and Harvard students, all these people, like there's a lot of interviews and stuff. And the title of the book is called, definitely check it out if anyone watching is interested. It's called Excellent Sheep. Mm-hmm. And it's, I know, right? And it's like about this, the title says it. It's like we're told to be excellent in this certain way. Uh-huh. But like you said, it's the culture to like follow this just keep thing, even if it's not good for someone. Yeah. So these kids find themselves, in any college, but especially in like Yale and Harvard where the pressure is high. Yeah. They've had their identity based
on this, educational success.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And then they're in the middle of college, and then they're like, why the hell am I actually doing this?
Yeah.
They're like, why am I breaking my ass to be in debt?
Yeah, just being unhappy.
Yeah. So, I think that's honestly the root of a lot of this anxiety and depression that we've been talking about. It's like people just take a second to step back and be like, well, but why am I actually here?
Yeah.
Like, what do I want to be here? And then they realize maybe slightly that they don't, but they're so deep in.
Yeah, they're scared to
so ingrained. There's so many fears that hit parental, social, that they force themselves a lot of time to focus on this job or something, and that's, I think, a lot of the root cause.
Yeah, because in parent pressure, it kind of, because I feel like there's a lot of kids that do think about the possibility of not going to college.
Yeah,
and their parents, my parents were super accepting of me wanting to take a gap year. They were also I do want you to go to college afterwards, but they still were I'm going to let you do what you want in life. I'm not going to force you to do anything, but this is what I think. But there's so many parents that are you have to go.
Yeah.
And it's...
some parents will reject their kids.
Yeah,
in extreme cases.
And they're I won't pay. Because people do decide to go back.
Yeah.
But they're I'm not paying if you don't go right now.
Yeah.
That's just
kind of messed up.
Yeah, and it's just it's controlling the kid's life because I don't know, there's just such a closed minds of a lot of people, and it's the way they grew up.
Yeah.
Because college it was a lot cheaper, and it was you go get your degree, you go get this job.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it worked.
It was a lot simpler too. There's so many different options you could do. One with the internet.
Exactly.
It's holy crap.
Yeah, there's so many things.
There's just so many things that are opened up. Rather than not. So yeah, it's interesting to see and really sad to see a lot of these kids that seem to be in their unconscious rather than their conscious.
Yeah, because they don't know taking a step back, 80% of kids won't do that because it's scary to take a step back and be I might be doing the wrong thing
look at
right
yourself
now. I'm making the wrong decision. Yeah. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
That's why people never make the hard decision, because the hard decision, even if it's the better one, it's a hard one to do. You're just going to go with what's easy. And what's easy is going to college, because college is telling you what to do instead of you deciding what you want to do.
And it's definitely the most accepting. A lot of the time, the question is what college are you going to? Not if you're going to college, So it's but that's switching slower, and people are realizing that college isn't needed.
Yeah, but definitely, it's becoming more of a thing.
Yeah, I've been thinking about, like you said, you just mentioned, self-reflection.
Yeah.
This is a big topic that very recently has been nudging at me, and I've been actualize.com. Dude, I'm gonna send you some videos. You and I should just crank out a couple hours of these. Actualize.org, and he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
His videos are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He's one of the best YouTubers ever.
Really?
At the very least, when it comes to
connecting.
When it comes to the information, that's underselling it though. The information, what's shared.
Yeah.
And I just watched this video of him, and I really was intrigued by the power of being self-aware of one's impermanence.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he brought so it goes in so many layers. I haven't even done. It's a 2-hour video. I haven't even I'm watching it again.
It's probably something you have to keep rewatching.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much information.
Exactly. Yeah. But he talks about the power of one's realization of impermanence.
Yeah.
And how everything is impermanent.
Yeah.
And by what he means with that is not that only things are impermanent.
Uh-huh.
When you think of a thing, you think of a car, human being, an atom.
Yeah.
But form
uh-huh.
is impermanent. When you think of form, you think of energy. You think of love. You think of these things that are kind of intangible.
Yeah.
So any kind of form, not just physical. And so he talks about how even form is impermanent, and how every civilization will crumble. Everyone, this is kind of a morbid thing, but I think it's really, really worth going into.
Yeah.
It's like everyone will die.
Yeah.
This planet will dissipate.
Yeah,
at some point,
yeah.
This universe will dissipate.
Yeah.
If you think about forever,
it's not a thing.
it's like everything will turn to dust.
Yeah.
Like if you think about the idea of eternity, everything ever.
Yeah.
Well, it's this cycle.
Yeah.
And we have in this proof of it in everyday life too.
Yeah.
The impermanence of like the duality of like he talks about how true love, this is kind of a cliche thing, but it's really true. True love, like, lets people free. Like, you let people go.
Mm-hmm.
And, like he talks about a metaphorical father and his daughter.
Uh-huh.
And he talks about how his dad or her dad has this big red button in front of him, and if he clicks it,
mm-hmm.
His daughter will be like the way she is for eternity. Exactly the way she is, perfect in his eyes. Like young, like I don't know how, like 15 or like 25, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like a great, the perfect way he sees her.
Yeah.
And if he hits the button, she's that way forever. But if he hits that button, that's not true love, because he loves his daughter.
Yeah.
Obviously, but true love is being able to see the evolution of that person. And see the potential and see the change
and accepting that that's a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really, I just love the video because he talked a lot about that, and he talks about how the impermanence of everything really gives all other things meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And how we like eating ice cream because we don't eat ice cream that often.
Yeah.
And then if we dive in to the gluttony of it, we eat a tub of ice cream because we don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, we feel really shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like these things are beautiful because they're rare.
Yeah.
We're beautiful in the way we exist because we will die.
Yeah.
And not exist.
Yeah. And
I just love that. It's awesome. Super morbid, but it's also very uplifting in a sense. If you get into this, if one thinks about that, there is a cycle to everything, and that people get so clung on and cling on to whatever their ideology, their way of life, but it's like you can't freeze. It's like he talks about it like a television screen. He's like, if a TV screen is frozen on one frame, shit's a broken TV. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if we, as human beings, fixate on one moment or one thing that happened in our lives, even if positive, negative, no matter what, if we fixate on that, it's a terrible toxicity.
Yeah.
It's
like fixating on the past, fixating on what might happen in the future.
Exactly.
That's where like depression, anxiety, sadness comes from.
Yeah.
Not living in the moment, not being happy with what you have now. You're never gonna and also just accepting that you're never gonna feel just like truly happy. Like this mindset of like, I don't know, like, because like the way like movies depict everything, like there's a certain way you're supposed to like how love's supposed to be, how happiness is supposed to be, and if you're not feeling that, then it's kind of, I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, it's true. It's like there's this kind of like air, boxed up kind of superficial look on love and on these things that are real emotions, that are based off real emotions. A lot of the time, not in everything, but and when these emotions aren't, it's the emotion warped.
Yeah.
And what we actually, experience is very, much different in some way because there's loss. You know, there's a loss of meaning. There's a lot of that. It reminds me of social media. Like we don't depict, you know, our losses in our social media. We you know, people are depressed all the time. You know, people are anxious all the time. We're one of the number one countries in the world that are the most anxious, and you know, suicides are up. All these things are. We're the richest country in the world too. Yeah, it's kind of a weird ass thing. So it's like that's kind of weird. Yeah. You know, so we got to think about what we're doing upstairs. Yeah. You know, and what we're doing, and how we're thinking,
and just slowing your mind down.
Yeah, and what we're valuing, dude. Yeah. I've been realizing that like it's hard for me to sit still.
No, yeah, like, seriously. I need to do something.
There's like a weird high that I get off like, oh, I get to do this and then this. Yeah. It's like a, and it's natural and good to like be excited about the future and what you're doing, but it's like there's this interesting feeling of positivity we get from doing. Yeah. But then if we fixate on doing, rather as a way to get out of not doing, that's when it's not a good time. No, yeah. You know, because when you're not doing, there's sadness. Yeah. You know? So, this guy was talking a lot about that. I would love to watch some of it with you. Yeah, I love that. It's really enlightening, and I've taken like 0.2% of the video out. And, you know, it's just like incredible. He has hundreds of other videos. But yeah, man, impermanence. It's really I think that's how we transcend ourselves, is realizing impermanence. Yeah. Like when we realize that we're enough. Yeah. And that we're already complete.
Yeah, like we are, and like life isn't what it's supposed to be, what it's like meant out to be. Yeah. It's not what it's going to be, and once you accept that, that's when you can be like actually like truly happy, like not the way like truly happy is depicted, but just because you're going to be sad, you're going to be depressed, you're going to be anxious. You can't control that. It's something that happens. It's something that everyone feels. Yeah. If you accept that that's going to happen, then you can actually like take the moments where you are really happy. Yeah. And be like, this is awesome.
Yeah, totally. And let go.
Yeah, let go.
And so like when we realize that we're enough and that we're already whole, that's when like the potential is kind of unleashed. Yeah. It's interesting how I just had something in my head. There was like how we kind of chase this idea of we're not good enough. It's like this weird thing because we think it's like an ego thing to think we're good enough. Like it's like, oh well, I'm the shit. It's like that's not how it is. Yeah. You know, it's like it's developing that self appreciation. Yeah. And that self love.
Yeah, being like, good job.
Yeah, totally.
It's like if you do something today.
You know what I mean? Like Alex. Yeah, it's like, good job, man.
But like with social media, that like destroys that. Yeah. And it's like you always have to be what these other people are, what these other people are doing. Like, that's why social media just sucks.
Yeah, like, it destroys a lot of things.
But it's bad for like people's mental state.
Yeah, especially if you're on it exceedingly a lot. You know,
like there's so many people. Like, oh my god.
Like it's just constant comparison.
Yeah, constant comparison.
Comparisons just suck. Yeah. Comparisons just are unhealthy. Yeah. Like. And like clinging to it's all about clinging.
Yeah, like, clinging to the stuff that isn't real. Yeah, like, it's literally just like people
all
like,
up here.
It's all up here, like because when you're feeling a certain way, you're feeling down about like your friend did something. Yeah. And you're like, why the hell did they do that? And like you're like trying to get to the root with it without talking to them. Yeah. You're getting like all these stupid
and then
images
a billion
in your head.
Things dude, ifs are so dangerous
because 99.999% all those ifs just aren't true.
Yeah,
like in the slightest bit.
Literally.
And it's just, but it's all up in your head. It's all you making yourself sad and depressed because people don't want to talk. Like they don't want to let their real emotions out. They don't want to let people know that they're hurting. Yeah. And it's just sad that that's the reality right now.
Like I think so much would be, more or less cured. Yeah. If us as a species decided to fully feel how we're feeling.
Yeah, like people like won't accept that you're feeling a certain way. You just want to push it down. Yeah. That doesn't deal with the problem. Pushing it down doesn't deal with anything. Yeah. And like I definitely like do that all the time. Oh yeah. Like same. I try to like not let it happen.
Yeah, it's just a journey of trying to get more conscious about it. Yeah.
And it's just a matter of getting better at it and just being happy that you're getting better at it instead of being sad that you're still dealing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and remembering that, like, the past is dead. The past doesn't exist, you know?
Nothing about it matters.
Nothing about it
And it's like, if you lose someone and that, like, it really sucks that they're gone, and you can still cling on to the fact that, I don't even know, but, like, just hold on to, like, them and who
totally.
they were and what they did for you.
Totally.
And why you're the person that you are because of them. Like, that's important to do. But if you're just clinging on to the fact, it's like, why did this happen? Like, I really wish this didn't happen. It's like, well, that doesn't do anything. Wishing that it didn't happen doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
And that just brings you down more.
Dude, like, I think there's so much that people can benefit from practicing the art of melancholy.
Mm-hmm.
I think being melancholy compared to being, like, bitter and angry.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really important to be sad.
It is.
But there's a difference between, like, being sad
mm-hmm.
and holding on to that sadness and holding on to that, because you can. It's very important to mourn.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. You can't just move on and be like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this middle ground of mourning, but not clinging.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a damn hard thing to find, you know? It's like, it's hard to know what you know, type someone's doing, at least for me. But yeah, it's definitely, that's something you talked about too, is like being able to mourn, because he had a cat he had for 15 years since a kitten, you know, cuddled all the time, you know. He literally said, he was like, I love this cat more than, you know, if I had a child. Like, he was like, you know, or like as much as a child. And when she died, she had to get euthanized. And he let himself mourn. And he saw the clinging beginning to sink into his head. Like, he was like, oh no, this medication maybe will do it. Oh no, this surgery. Like, it's one more day, one more year. But he's like, it's time.
It's just time,
Impermanence is a thing. You know, we will. And I think when we realize that impermanence, that our pets are going to die, friends are going to die, it's like, and celebrating that person's life. Rather than, you know, and mourning it, but not.
But just being angry that they're gone.
Yeah. Because they would want us to, you know, learn from them rather than downgrade our mental state because of the bitterness.
And it's definitely like, it's normal to be really angry and really upset. But you don't want to hold on to that forever. Like, if you're just angry all the time, it's like, why did this have to happen? Why did this have to happen to me? You know, it's just, it's like completely normal to feel that, but you have to find a way to get over it. But it takes time. If people don't want that quick fix, so instead they just stay angry. Because it's like, well, like, fuck it, like, I'm not going to try. This is just how I'm going to feel forever.
Lock
like,
it in the vault. You know, like, hold on. Do you think that any of this is tied to, like, these students? Like, I feel like there's a lot in the world.
There's a lot going on in the world. People are scared about.
Exactly. And just like news outlets and shit. You know, like, just that's one thing that's going on. It's like how everything is being broadcasted, you know. Everything negative is being broadcasted.
Don't see news.
Talking to you, CNN.
That's true.
And it's such a poor, you know, mindset to put, especially our youth in. It's like, oh, they're beginning their lives like just full of fear.
It's like, all right, like, the youth is the future, and you're bringing them down by being like, life sucks. Life is what you take out of it. Life isn't gonna be perfect. That's not.
No, life isn't perfect, but that's kind of the perfection.
That's why it's perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. That's how you grow, is by the imperfection of life,
dude.
And like, these kids, they don't realize that they're all scared. Like, because that's why they're at college. Like, most of them are just scared. They don't know what they're doing.
I like having you, like, you can say these things. Because, like, you're in the thick of it. You know, I like that, because it, you know, it validates, my, thoughts about, I only went to college for a month. I did get similar vibes, but like, this isn't just, gossiping about like kids or trying to make lift ourselves up because, everyone's like, doing poorly. Like, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, like, we don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Like, we want people to be happy.
It's just, it's pretty, like, hearing you say these things, really, it's rough because I don't want these kids to, go down the permanent, wrong path in the sense of the path that will serve them the least.
And it's like, that's definitely not everybody at college. There's a lot of driven people there.
Oh yeah.
You have to find the right people. They're really driven. They want change. Yeah. They want to be a person that can like make change.
Oh yeah.
Like they want that. And then there's a lot of people there that are there for college. They're not there for the benefits that college can reap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is just sad. But like our generation, there are those people that they're just confused, but there are a lot of people that are like really driven. That's really awesome. Like climate change.
Yeah.
Our generation is like really leading the charge right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the younger generation is like leading the charge because we want change, because we want this world.
Because we see like it's when we react to fear, not with fear, but with hope.
Yeah, with hope. Like, because if you look at it as like all like these news outlets, it's like, because it's like all these scientists are like, we have like 10 to 12 years to really make change, or like we're fucked. And that doesn't mean like the world just like blows up, but it's like,
but like
it's
over,
like famine,
our families are fucked.
Like it's just whatever, and it's like the world isn't gonna be the same. There's gonna, because like there's so many closed-minded people at college, and they don't understand how people are suffering right now because of climate change. And like in like these 10 to 12 years, totally. They're gonna see that like people around them, the people they love, they're gonna be suffering.
Yeah.
Because like there's gonna be floods, there's gonna be famine. Like
dude,
the ecosystem's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Like we're already seeing all these like extreme weather like occurrences that are really affecting people. It's just
people have already, there already are climate refugees.
Yeah.
There are thousands. You know, people have had to leave their homes because of they've been forced to move to higher ground.
Yeah.
Like this is a reality, and it's sad to say, but it's not going to hit a lot of people as a reality unless it directly affects them.
Exactly.
Which is like the big,
And it's especially, it's like a lot of people are kind of like, I don't have to do something because someone else will do it. Like, I don't want to be the one to actually do it. And, like, so many people don't feel like they have a voice. You don't need to be the main voice to, like, actually make an impact.
Yeah, to actually make a change, to inspire someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have so much more. People don't realize how much power we have.
Yeah, like, we
can create things. We can... Yeah, and when we're depressed, it's like the fuse is...
Yeah, or not, I meant oppressed, but yeah,
depressed. Oh, yeah, totally. Oppressed and depressed, sadly. Like and a lot of time we oppress ourselves.
Yeah, you oppress your feelings.
You oppress, however, we could have a passion towards something because we don't think, it's like, oh, well, I'm just me.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else is everyone else.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone's thinking that. So, like, that doesn't... Or a lot of people are thinking that. So, like, if everyone thought that, the world would be... It would be a disaster. Everyone would be, like, beating the shit out of each other, mugging each other. Like, it's just not a good philosophy to run by. So, this is a collective consciousness situation.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of, like, climate change, it is interesting how like people, especially in that, like, because I feel like a lot of people, it's become more of a social thing rather than an actual issue, And it's like
fucking like social media
and
posts.
It's sad to see. It's like I'll go to a climate march to say I went to a climate march rather than go for the climate.
Yeah, and it's like posting these things. It's like, share this and a tree will get planted.
Yeah. Or like and subscribe and a tree will, like my page. It's like that's.
Or it's just like,
weird.
And it's good to spread awareness.
Yeah.
But like, if that's all you're doing, and I feel like a lot of people are doing it to be like, I care, and it's like, obviously you should care, but that's not doing anything. You have to like make more of an effort, and like people don't realize how much of a change they can make. Like all these big corporations, like they've made the stand that they're not going to change. Yeah. They're not going to change because they're making money. Like, why are they going to change? Like, the people have to, like, it's time for us to make our stand.
Yeah.
And tell them, like, we're not going to stand with you. We're going to do what we need to do to save this planet. And, like, really make a change.
Yeah.
Because why would they change? Like, they're making money.
They're doing what they, were told to do. Like, to make money. Exactly. And it's like, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
And it's a shitty thing because they're destroying this planet. Yeah. But, like, it's something that we can't be like they'll do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the mentality that'll, destroy this planet. Yeah, thinking about like the corporations and stuff, that's what I really like. Like I really like the idea of like taxing those corporations.
Yeah.
Or taxing them and monetizing climate change or monetizing like climate consciousness. Like paying them, like literally paying money or giving them less taxes, every time they have a certain percentage of like CO2 less amount or something, and I'm losing my words here, but it's like I like incentivizing that with money, because money talks.
Yeah, that's what they want.
And that's why they're that's why they're destroying this planet for money. So why not heal this planet for money?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's how it should work, I guess.
Right? I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works.
But like,
I don't want to have to go to Mars, dude.
That's
such like a weird
fucking aliens, Martians. Fuck that.
Heard they were dicks, dude.
God, so ugly and stuff.
Elon. So ugly. So discriminating against Martians. What were you saying? Sorry.
I think a lot of
Martian talk.
Like people have to become more aware of what's happening and what they can do.
Yeah.
Because you feel powerless when it's just you. They have to realize that it's not just them. Everyone should be scared. Right now, like I saw some statistic. It's like 70% of young people are like worried about climate change.
Yeah.
Like we are scared and we're not doing anything about it because individually you feel like you can't do anything.
Yeah.
When that's not the reality. We all can come together. Because like in human history, like when there is a devastating event like the Black Plague, like people came together and we fixed it. Like history has shown that when there is something really bad going on, people do come together and they make it work.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, I think at this point, like hopefully it's not too late when that happens. Because like right now, like showing from the last election, this country is so divided and it's so bad. Like the votes are split in half. Like that's why nothing ever gets done. Is the votes are split. It's me versus you. It's Republican versus Democrat.
Yeah, it's just not
you never get anything done.
Yeah.
You're never going to get anything done
it's when like
everything's so
throwing
divided.
crap at each other instead of actual solutions.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're not working together. We're just being like, this is where I'm right. I'm going to push for this.
Yeah.
We're not listening to the other person.
Yeah.
Because like I definitely lean more left.
Oh, same. Yeah.
But like we still have to listen.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's like the right has a lot of good shit.
Everyone has good ideas and hardcore Republicans, hardcore Democrats, they don't listen. They're like, I'm right, you're wrong. You're never gonna, like, talking, that's how we progress. Like, having other people's ideas. I'm not right about every view that I have, and I know that. And that's why I'll listen to other people about their views. And these people just won't listen, and that's why, like, a lot of, like, all these older people that are in the political system, they're not changing. Because they don't want to, because they've had their set views for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, it's like 8 years Republican, 8 years Democrat, 8 years Republican. Like I saw one video, there's like only 3 times in history where someone has not gone their full 8 years. Like they always got reelected for the second term. And it's just because it's like 8 years of one person, then everyone's like, I'm like sick of this shit. So they like go to the Democrat. And it's like people aren't thinking for the views that the person has. They're thinking for the name. They're thinking for the name of Democrat, the name of Republican.
Yeah.
They're not looking for who
and
they
like how they look.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, people like judge a candidate based on like one thing they disagree with.
Yeah, so,
and they might have hundreds of things.
Yeah,
exactly. That's 1% at the most of why they're choosing not to vote for someone. Like, it's like, we got to put the effort in.
Yeah, you got to put, like, no one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
Like, they're not going to do a perfect job when they're there.
Yeah. And we got to realize that these guys are human beings a lot. I mean, a lot of them don't act like it sometimes, but like, a lot of good candidates are human beings. I mean, the others are too, but like, you know what I mean?
Like,
Martians. Yeah. Freaking Martians, man. Obama's a lizard. But these people, like, we gotta remember that they're human beings who have lives and personalities.
Yeah.
And it's like, just because a personality might not match another person, it's like, that's a reason, like, oh, I'm not voting for him. Yeah. It's like, no, we gotta look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
We gotta look at the whole, we gotta remember to, you know, stay active politically. However, even though it's painful as hell and cliche to say, it's like, this machine that is clearly broken is not going to fix itself.
And, like, why can't we be the ones to fix it? Like, we can. Like,
It's just a fact.
Because, like I've read some stuff. It's like, younger people are not leaning towards Democrat or Republican. They're leaning towards what they believe in.
Yeah.
That's why, like, we should have other parties. That's like, this is what I believe in. It shouldn't just be this constant me versus you.
Yeah, it's literally, like, pinned up like a boxing match, you know, like filmed like that, like a reality.
Yeah, the fucking debates.
TV show.
It's like constant.
You get 30 seconds, climate change. How are you gonna fix it?
Yeah, and it's like you say one bad thing, it's like your polls go down like 3%.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm out of here.
You just like stumble on words and like everyone just hates you.
Everyone on the TV is like, It's like, come on.
That's what I hate, like, because
like,
Warren...
It's such a bad thing.
Like, the last debate, Warren was getting attacked because she was the front runner.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just talk about the policy? Why can't we make a, like, collective effort? Like, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And
it's like people Trump, just want views and want the power, so they'll go after the higher front runner. Yeah. Because that's like where the potential is. Because if you genuinely change someone's minds on the front runner, but the front runners, there's a lot of people. It's total politician stuff.
We're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, we're dividing ourselves right now.
Yeah.
And like Trump, he's done some good stuff for the economy. He's really,
I actually watched a video on that recently, and it totally. It's like he actually short run did some good stuff for the economy. Yeah. But like long run, damn it, I forget. But there was something like what did he do good for the economy? And he was like, oh, he did this, but then I don't know.
But there is like the economy does like.
Point is, there's some positive things that Trump I'm sure has done. Yeah. You know.
And the economy does go up and down. Yeah. Like it doesn't always reflect like. Some of the economy right now could be a reflection of what Obama did. Yeah. Like it doesn't. Or even like you don't Reagan. Just do one thing and then it's just like. Yeah. It's not how it works.
Like, oh, that's Lincoln. Yeah. That's gotta be him. I swear to God. Oh, there's Reagan.
It's true though.
President Polk. 1860s, I think he ran.
Something like that.
Yeah. But like, no, totally. It's a collective thing.
Yeah. But like, I don't know.
Oh no, we're talking about like Trump and
like we need him out.
Yeah.
Because the planet's not looking good. Yeah. And he has done some stuff that doesn't help.
Yeah. And he just puts a terrible face to America. Yeah. But you know what I personally think is really important thing is to realize that when we're talking about Trump, we're losing.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that. Like, I honestly believe that.
It's always like at the debates, it's like
Trump.
We have to beat Trump.
Yeah.
It's like we fucking know that.
That's like saying we breathe air. We breathe air. You know, it's like
like, talk about like what you're gonna do is better than what he's doing.
Yeah. Not
not it's like,
dude, not like, oh, he's terrible, and then your polls go up just because you say he's terrible.
It's like,
everyone knows he's terrible. We all breathe air and like ice cream, you know. It's like if you say that,
and it's just
God, no. So it's like talking about the solutions that Donald Trump, like talking about the issues that got him elected. He's a symptom of the issues.
Because people wanted change. That's why he got elected. People didn't want this like. Because people are looking at us like, it's been back and forth for so long. Let's get something different in there.
Yeah.
He's absurdly different.
Yeah.
He's different, and that's why he got elected.
Yeah. He's literally the opposite of the cookie cutter thing. And I don't blame people for voting for him. Yeah. Like, I honestly really don't blame people.
It's been fucked.
Yeah. They're sick of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, this guy at least is different.
Yeah, like that's all they're looking for.
Like, all right, well, I'm down. It's like Hillary was more or less cookie cutter.
Yeah, exactly. She's been in the political system for a long time.
Yeah.
Trump, businessman, like he'd never been in.
Was literally on a reality TV show.
Fired.
Like I'm running. You're fired. It's like, So what we need to do is look at the problems that got him elected.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle. I haven't mentioned Andrew Yang yet. And I've been trying to just talk about his stuff without talking about him as much because I don't want to babble about one thing. Yeah. But Andrew Yang he's the key. It's like and I'll go into why.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump got elected. So if you look at the data, around the time and like the decade before Donald Trump got elected, and or 5 years before, we were automating over literally 4 million manufacturing jobs. I've already told you this actually, but for the viewers out there, if you're still watching this, like comment koala bear if you're still watching this, because if you are.
Kudos to
you're like the best man or woman or
better be my girlfriend.
Martian. Seriously. But no, what I was saying was so we lost over 4 million manufacturing jobs in all the swing states that Donald Trump needed to get elected.
Yeah.
Ohio, Michigan, all these places that he needed.
Yeah.
So all these places, literally hundreds of thousands of these people, millions of these people are. That's the one thing that people will get pissed off about at the establishment is losing your job.
Yeah,
it's like screw the government. Yeah, screw the government. Who else am I going to take my anger out on?
Yeah.
So that super boosted his momentum and really got these people. We're manufacturing away. We're now manufacturing or automating away.
Yeah.
Automating away literally bartenders.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas. Like hundreds of bartenders just lost their job.
Yeah.
Because they have these arms that'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Truck driving is literally the most common job in 29 different states.
Yeah.
And they're getting, automated away. People don't think this is happening or 10 years from now. This is happening now. It's like climate. Yeah. It's like 10 years from now. It's happening now.
Yeah.
And we've automated. You're like, he really thinks it's happening now? Climate change, that's later.
Can't wait till later.
Yeah. So we automated away all these jobs.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is a symptom of this collective anger that we've had for the establishment. Mm-hmm. People think that, automation isn't really a big issue. Because it's such a next that's for the future automation, But we're in it. We're in the thick. That's why literally why Elon Musk endorsed Andrew Yang. Mm-hmm. He's literally the forerunner of engineering. He's crazy. He's the number one. He's creating rockets. He just came out with a new Tesla truck.
Yeah.
And he's like electric cars. Yeah. He's the future of the future. Yeah. And he's like, I support Yang. I support Andrew Yang. 1,000 economists signed a petition to get the freedom dividend out, aka the $1,000 a month. And it's really interesting. Like when you hear these giant proposals, $1,000 a month, you're giving away money to every American adult. Yeah. That's so much money. That's literally it is 2.5 trillion per year.
Yeah.
So people ask, well, where are we going to get this money? So think of the big winners of the economy: Amazon, eBay, Facebook.
Yeah.
These huge companies that are either paying very little in taxes, or Amazon. Yeah. Shout out to you,
Nothing.
Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon. I know you're watching this because you're a big fan, of course. Jeff Bezos and his company Amazon pays literally zero in taxes.
It's like, fuck how that can actually work.
It's nonsense. He goes through Ireland just so he doesn't have to pay taxes. They're doing their job. Their lawyers are doing their job. Their lawyer's job is to make
why
sure
wouldn't you not pay taxes?
Good, Jeff.
Good for you.
Kudos to you, man. Yeah. You want more billions? That's how you'll do it.
But it's like,
but these huge corporations are sucking the economy and not giving anything back. Other than like goods, which isn't giving any monetary value instantly.
Right. Yeah.
So we're having this vacuum take away from the economy and having no change. There's no cycle. We need a trickle up economy instead of a trickle down toward Jeff. So what this $1,000 a month will do, it'll super boost the economy. It'll ironically create thousands of jobs.
Yeah.
It'll support entrepreneurship. No one wants to start their podcast, let's say, on, a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Most Americans can't afford a random $500 bill.
Yeah.
And it's literally been proven that one's IQ levels go down when you are constantly stressed out about money.
Oh, definitely.
On 4 deviations of the IQ scale.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. Like, this is making people less coherent.
Yeah.
This is making them more angry.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about the people that vote for Trump. They're angry and a little less coherent about, politically, because of the anger. Anger has blinded me before.
Yeah, definitely.
It's blinded.
Everyone gets angry. Yeah. And you always don't want to listen to reason when you're angry.
Exactly. And then when we already can't pay our rent and our deviations are still going down. So the $1,000 a month seems like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Seems, doesn't seem like it'll help genuinely. Like, inflation.
Yeah.
So inflation won't happen.
Yeah.
Because the reason is because, one, we're not printing any new money.
Yeah.
It's all coming from these big businesses and it's flowing. 2, people think, people's rent, people who own like places for people to rent out, apartments, they'll just raise rent $1,000 because they'll know everyone's getting $1,000.
Yeah.
That won't happen. Like, diner, like my $10 chicken meal is now $20. Like, what? People, you know what I mean? A chicken meal, like, what kind of restaurant are you at? It's like KFC or something. But people think that will raise the prices. But all the price needs for people to stay $10 for that chicken meal is one other restaurant in that community that keeps its prices.
Yeah.
Not everyone isn't going to raise their thing, so people are going to be forced to keep them down.
That's why gas prices don't just shoot up.
Yeah.
Like they can shoot up, I guess. Yeah.
It's like, god dang. Shout out to Teddy.
Yeah.
Jeez. Sorry, I'm not gonna explain that story. No one's even, an hour in. Yeah, Teddy might be watching. He's a G. But yeah, what were you saying? Sorry. Chicken meal or something.
I just really want a chicken meal.
You hear the stomach rumbling like, dude, I just want a chicken meal, man. But yeah, I really, please, I know you won't.
Yeah.
If anyone's here.
Go get a chicken meal.
Sponsored by KFC. Go to KFC.org and use hashtag Beneath the Sims podcast to get 2 cents off your chicken McNuggets. Mick, it's like now it's McDonald's. But no, please do not take my word for it, whoever's watching. And but you already know that.
Yeah.
Listen to a podcast with Andrew Yang on it.
Yeah.
Holy crap, just even just 10 minutes of listening to this guy speak. Mm-hmm. He's the real deal. He's
super genuine.
He's genuine and not in the sense of he's genuine, but people can get manipulated. Maybe I'm getting manipulated, but he's consistent.
Yeah.
bigger to me.
Yeah.
Because if you're consistent with your genuine behavior and how you are, that just proves that this is
that
who you are.
You believe in what you believe.
Yeah, and it proves that you're this person rather than a phony, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy doesn't have a power trip. He's not trying to get president. He didn't have this like big thing as a kid to get president or to be the president. He said on record that he would gladly drop out.
Yeah.
If the problems that he's trying to fix, someone swores to like fix them.
Yeah.
Like he'd be pumped to do that. He's also on record of saying, I really like this a lot, either I'm gonna win or the other candidates are gonna sound a lot like me. That's what he said. Yeah. That's what he said. He's like, I just want to get these, you know, solutions out there.
Yeah. It's getting people talking.
It's really funny because in the last month.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you saw the last debate.
Yeah.
They literally talked about UBI.
Oh yeah, so it's getting talked about. Yeah, that's crazy. Like it's
no one was talking about UBI. Even like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
No one was talking about UBI. It was on the frontal stage.
Yeah.
They talked about it for like 10 minutes at least. They talked about that compared to like federal jobs. They talked about that. He was the front runner of this conversation, and he was the sole bringer of this conversation. Yeah. He's literally changing the dial to political discourse.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's crazy, that's why I honestly believe that he's going to win. Is because of the amount of change that the passion behind his followers.
Yeah,
and the amount of change that he will actually, you know, that will actually occur.
Yeah.
And that he really, like, the opposite of Donald Trump isn't, like, Donald Trump's an outsider.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang's an outsider. No, but the opposite of Donald Trump isn't an insider.
Yeah.
It's an outsider with solutions.
Yeah. Because when I don't know who I'm supporting yet.
Yeah.
But when I think about who has the best chance against Trump, like, I do think Yang has the best chance just because people don't want to go right back. Because, like, when people look at Trump, like, because of the economy, you can say he's doing a good job. Like, he's done a lot of, like, really bad stuff. But if you're just looking at that, you can say he's doing a good job. And if we put another person to run against him, who's what we've seen before, like Joe Biden. Like, Like, if we fucking put Joe Biden, like come on.
Ripped to shreds. Dude, if we put, like, Pete, like, ripped to shreds.
Because it's just
Warren,
the same
I think, would do a little better. Still ripped to shreds, in my opinion. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think
she does worry me a little bit, definitely.
Because I think she'd do better. I honestly do. Definitely better than Joe. Definitely better than Pete. I'm a huge Tulsi fan.
Yeah.
Tulsi Gabbard is fantastic. She's very consistent with her genuine behavior. She quit her 6 figures job due to the corruption in that job and ran for president because of it. She was literally like the counsel on the DNC.
Yeah.
Huge for her. That's John. When you hear her speak, it's infectious.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I do really. Yeah.
So, but with Warren, I agree with like a ton of Warren things.
Yeah.
Like in spirit, like I think that she has a lot of positivity to share. I'm still unsure on her intent. I don't know if she's on record of lying about some things, you know, under oath.
Yeah.
And something, you know, the consistency's a little less there for me. Still need to do a lot of research. We're like a year away from it, 5 months from the primary.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of research I want to do on Warren still. But yeah, I agree, man. Like he's literally the opposite of Donald Trump. Like, we can't have like a safe person run against Trump. Like, literally Joe Biden. Like, that would be the safest.
Because whenever there's any statistic, it's like people think Joe has the best chance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's true.
And it's funny how people are waking up to how that's not true.
Yeah.
He's number 3 now.
Really?
Warren is number 1. I'm pretty sure he just became number 3 because Bernie's just Dude. It's wild. People are like realizing that he's like not, the guy.
Like, he had some funny memes.
I mean, give him credit.
Yeah, but credit where credit's due.
Yeah. But president. It's wild, man. So people are waking up. I like Bernie a lot too. But I also agree in spirit with a lot of what Bernie has to say, and genuinely, not just in spirit with a lot of it has to say. Yeah. But I don't think federal jobs is better than the freedom dividend. I know Bernie is for, putting more federal jobs out there. I don't think the average human being wants to work for the federal government.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think that. Yeah. I also think that the $1,000 a month would be much more effective when it comes to people who aren't working.
Yeah.
Like my mom, who has taken care of my grandmother for 15 years. Her value's at zero. Or close to zero to the government. She gets a little bit of help. Yeah. But not nearly as much, you know. So that work is valued at zero. Parental work is valued at zero. Yeah. So the $1,000 a month will put this money directly in the pockets of Americans that are doing good work.
Yeah, just not getting recognition.
That aren't getting recognition. Yeah. So the federal job issue is that's another reason why I don't think federal job solution is a solution. Yeah. Or at least not as good. Andrew's he's gonna beat Trump. Like, and it's funny because the more I'm really worried the battery's like getting there, but I really am enjoying this conversation. So I'm like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's just gonna get big. He's just gonna get big. He's the only one other than Warren that's had consistent growth.
No, yeah.
Like Bernie's been up and down. Biden's been up and really down. Yeah. Pete, Harris. He's beating Pete and he's beating Harris. He's beating these senators. Yeah. These big senators that he's beating Harris in her own state. California in polling. Also, polling is completely just terrible. They only use home phones. They don't use cell phones in the age of technology. Yeah. But what I was saying was how Yang he's just gonna get bigger and bigger. Because one, the debates are gonna get smaller. Yeah. He's gonna shine. Yeah. When he can talk more.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of spotlight.
Him and 4 people. It's gonna be so much clearer. Yeah. To the people watching.
Because people are just 12 confused.
People, it's like, who am I looking at? Yeah. With 4 people?
Because there's some fucking Tom Steer. What the fuck? He said frenemies. Who is this guy? Oh my god. I was like,
dude, he's literally bought his way. He's the only billionaire. He's on every piece of technology you will ever see. And he just says Trump sucks. That's all he says.
He's so stupid.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. But try, I guess. I mean, it's I really don't know. I don't think he's an evil guy. No, I don't know how to read him.
I think he's kind of funny.
He's just kind of funny. Yeah. It's kind of if Lincoln Jamie. I think Lincoln would be more genuine than this guy. I don't really know I want to talk to Lincoln, dude, about this. Yeah. All about this. Have a political conversation like this. But in one episode full. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, man. Super pumped about Yang. He's getting bigger and bigger. There's a huge Yang rally. I forget where. I would be there, but I'd have to buy a plane ticket. Oh. Huge Trump rally. The band Weezer.
No.
Love them.
Margaret knows Weezer.
For the viewers watching.
Yeah, viewers watching. Margaret is chilling right over the camera. If you really are here still, oh man, you're a veteran, watching this. But no, yeah, Margaret, Weezer just endorsed Yang, which is pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Weezer's a great band. Yeah. They're a 90s band, right?
Yeah. They're at Boston Calling.
They're fantastic. Weezer just endorsed Yang. A bunch of other people, celebrities. Endorsing just a list of them, but these people are endorsing Yang. This huge EDM artist just endorsed Yang, and just really. Oh, I got to show you this after. Yeah. But so I'm really excited about the campaign, man. I was unbelievably politically dead before this guy. I think he's a good reason to wake up.
I think a lot of young people are starting to get a lot more politically
especially
active, after Trump and after how it's our world's ending if they don't
and that doom
yeah. in our midst. A lot of young people are definitely getting more, because in 2016 I think 11% of the votes were people 18 to 29, which is pretty bad. But in 2018 when we were voting for senators and stuff, they held 18 to 29 30-something% of the vote was that.
So
now
people
are getting out there to vote, which is really important.
Dude, There's like a whole group called High School Students for Yang too. Like they're like in high school, it's sick, and
That's
like
awesome.
Truckers for Yang because they're like trying to like because the automation's destroying their jobs. Like, Truckers for Yang. Sadly, do not want this camera to die, so I don't want to have to do that editing. Connor, thank you, man, for being on again.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching, you guys. I appreciate you being here. Hour and 10 minutes in. You guys are amazing. So, I'll see you next time on the Beneath the Surface podcast.
Get you on the flippity flip.